What we're going to do in this video is show you how you can sign up and get accepted into pretty much any CPA network. Now obviously we can't guarantee that any CPA network will take you on based upon what we show you here, but this is going to increase your chances and your odds of being accepted. For many people, getting accepted into these networks is the tough part. Actually making money from them is relatively simple by comparison. So what we're going to show you is some of the tips and tricks to get yourself accepted into networks. Some of them though it will not work on. Some of the really big networks, unless you're a fairly big league publisher, you're not going to get through the doors. But for most of the networks, what we're going to show you here is going to work for you. Now obviously you will have used offervault.com and search there to find your highest paying offer. Now there's lots and lots of CPA networks there, and you probably won't have accounts on all of them. So what we're going to demonstrate is how you become a publisher here at maxbounty.com. It's fairly typical, the process with all of them. There's not a massive amount of difference, I must admit, between them. Some of them ask for more information, some ask for less, but pretty much you're going to find it's the same wherever you go. Now you can see here that the form is pretty standard. Name, address, contact phone, blah 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 blah. So we'll just go through it. So you put your name. My name is my personal name or company name, Fred Smith. My name, Fred Smith. My title, Mr. My email. Address is let's put in a junk email address. Password. There you are. My phone number 644-555-1234. What instant messenger do I use? Skype. Freddie Smith. There you are. And where did I hear about it? I might say put Offervault if that's where I heard it. Then you fill in your street address. To somewhere street, city here and there. I'll pretend I'm in California, in the USA. My postal code. I love living at 90210, and there you are. And then you got some other information here you need to fill in. So your website URL, describe your site traffic. Now this is where a lot of people fall over, to be perfectly honest with you. With a lot of these, what you have is you might just set up a website. It might not be a particularly good website. It might not be ranking, it might not be getting a lot of traffic. With some of the major networks, that can seriously damage your chances of being accepted. So one thing you can do is either you've got a fairly good website that you can use already, or you put in something like this, various, it depends, and you put in something like, I am a pay-per-click marketer and set up campaigns for specific products and drive traffic to them. Something like that. Basically what you need to do is explain to them that you don't really run websites, you're a pay-per-click marketer, and you set up websites and drive traffic to them. Just say no to that one, unless it is. And then obviously your payment info, pick a figure. When you now with payment, this is fairly important. If you are outside of the USA, this figure wants to be higher rather than lower. Many countries, UK included, you will get charged for cashing the check. So, I get $100 check, for example. It will turn into, when I convert it to UK pounds, it'd be say £70. Then the bank may charge another £10 to charge it. So really, I'm getting sort of £50 out of it, sort of $70. So you can lose quite a lot in the conversion if you're not careful. So what I recommend is, if when you start off with, set it fairly high if you're outside the USA. Once you're a member of say Maxbounty, then you can set yourself up for PayPal. Now once you've got this all set up, you can submit your application. Click submit. Always read, just have a quick glance through the terms and conditions. Make sure there's nothing in, no gotchas in there, nothing's going to catch you out. Now what you can do is, once you've done this, you will submit your application. You will then get a phone call from the CPA company to this telephone number. So it has to be a genuine number. You cannot put a fake number in there. You'll get two types of call. some of the companies, you will get an automated call that will give you a PIN number, which you then put into a website. Some of the other companies, particularly, again, the ones with the highest paying offers, it will be a real person that phones you. It will be your account manager or your affiliate manager or whatever they call them. Now, what you can do is you can obviously take that phone call. But what I can recommend is if you want to get rapidly approved, because some of these companies will take sort of 7 to 14 days to approve you. What you can do is phone them up. You can get their phone number. It'll be on the contact us form. It'll be contact us here. Phone them up. Ask to speak to an affiliate manager. If you don't know any names, just ask to speak to one. Can I speak to an affiliate manager, please? Give them a call and say to them, "Hi, my name is Fred Smith. I've seen you have a good paying offer for I don't know, a scholarship offer at the moment on your website. I'm very interested in joining your company and promoting that offer. I'm a pay-per-click marketer and I create campaigns based on demand and drive traffic to them through AdSense, Facebook, AdWords, Facebook, and other methods like that. Can you please expedite my application so that I can start promoting this as soon as possible?" And in the vast majority of cases, you'll have a friendly chat and they'll go, "Sure, no problems, we'll approve you here and there." And you'll get that approval. And it's very, very important, because what I found from doing this is quite often I will go onto these sites and I'll put a website on there and they'll turn me down. My content isn't good enough. I don't get enough traffic. I don't do this, that, or whatever it might be. Some of these companies, not this one, but some of the others, will actually ask you for details of where do you get your traffic from? Do you do email marketing? How much traffic do you get? What other networks you run on, etc., etc. So, you know, the questions will vary, but the core of it is essentially the same. And sort of telling them that you're a pay-per-click marketer and phoning them up really gets you through the process pretty quickly. Usually you can get approved the same day from that. Yeah, they might say, "Okay, well, let me give you a call back on your number so I can confirm it." You go, "Yeah, sure, no problems." And then you'll be approved. Now, the real benefit of this is once you're approved, you're then in a really, really good position, because the affiliate manager knows you and you can speak to them. You can ask them what offers are doing really well at the moment, what hot new offers have you got, and once you start to perform and you're getting some results, then you can speak to them and say, "Hey, look, you know, I'd really appreciate it. You know, you've got this offer on for paying me $50 per completion, but on this other network it's sort of $60. You know, could you increase your payout a bit, because obviously the money's there?" And quite often they'll agree and say yes, particularly if you've got a track record with them. And obviously it's good for you because it saves you signing up for yet another network. So, yeah, very, very simple to do. But key points here: put in a real phone number. They will call you. You will be expected to answer it and either put in a PIN or speak to an affiliate manager. Don't worry, affiliate managers are your friends. They are not there to torment you or be nasty or, you know, give you the third degree. They're not going to strap you to a chair and shine a light in your eye and grill you. They're going to ask a few friendly questions. At the end of the day, these people's job is to make sure that their advertisers get the maximum exposure and they get good legal exposure. You know, they don't want people that are going to scam them. They don't want people that are going to try and cause any problems like that. So, you know, it's perfectly natural for them to do what they do. They're protecting their own interests. They make their money from their advertisers, not from people like us. We help them make money, but their money is made by the advertisers. So it's in their interest to keep those advertisers happy. So expect to be spoken to. As I said, a lot of them, particularly sort of the smaller networks, you'll just go through an automated system. Some of the bigger ones, they'll actually speak to you. This little trick here about pay-per-click marketing, that will get you through most of them. Sometimes it won't, in which case you just sort of say, well, I don't really own any websites because I do pay-per-click marketing. I tend to set up websites as and when I need them for a campaign, and then when I finish the campaign I get rid of the website. Most of them will understand that. They're used to dealing with pay-per-click marketers. They know how they work. And you don't need to be an expert on pay-per-click. You just mention, well, I tend to use you say I tend to use Google AdWords, I use Facebook, and maybe you could even say, well, I do some media buys as well through various banner advertisements and so on. Things like that will convince them of your professionality. You know, somewhere like you can mention somewhere like buytosellads.com, where you buy adverts on people's websites, things like that, and that will convince them that you know what you're talking about. Remember, they're not overly technical, they don't know the ins and outs of it, they know enough to get by and grill someone like you and I enough to make sure we're not scammers. So very, very simple, but that's all you need to do. And when you do that, you'll very, very easily get through to the CPA networks. Then you can start promoting the offers and obviously enjoying all the profits.